What are your strategies to do that?
I haven't even sat down and brainstormed yet. I just post when I have time.
So get what is called get attention with the details.
Start writing out affirmations, scheduling goals that I'm working on. You know what I struggle with? I struggle with going live. We spoke about that before in our group. Yeah, that's always a biggie to me.
I mostly do reels, so that's mostly what I do, and then I do still content, but I have not done a live. My goal is to start going live and talking to people and understanding the importance of life insurance.
It's like it made me off the bat like, man, people got to know that. Like, people got to know the story so people know how to prepare.
It's really created from pain and acceptance.
I was in love with myself, and as a man, if you ain't got your foundation set, if you don't got purpose, if you don't got the basic, the car, the basic necessities, how are you supposed to bring a woman into your life to be able to multiply your life? Because as a woman, they're the multipliers.
Damn. I'm pretty well. What about yourself?
I'm good. I'm about to head to Market Monday to the show.
Live?
Yeah, live.
That should be fun.
Yeah.
That should be fun. Is this your first time going?
No, I went last year when they had it. So making it a tradition every year.
Next year, I'm coming with you. I'm coming with you, woman. How you been doing?
Just working and trying to, build up my social media, bring in some business, turn people into prospects.
Yeah. How this going?
It's tough.
Yeah. It is.
But I'm trying to get like you. Like, I'm trying to get more active, doing more lives, just being more of just like reels, but more present, having conversation, having people get to know me behind the reels, behind the posts. I think that will help.
What are your strategies to do that?
I haven't even sat down and brainstormed yet, but I'm thinking of I'm starting back up my podcast next month. So I'm thinking of whatever I do in the podcast, bringing it over to live, to have either continue the conversation or introduce the conversation.
Okay.
Any
pointers? You said what?
Any pointers for me?
Of course. I was just about to hit him with it. I got a list for you. I got a list for you. But so first off, when you start your podcast up, do you mind if I'm a guest on your platform?
I would love for you to be a guest.
Ooh.
You want to talk real estate?
We can talk anything. We can talk personal development. We can talk the journey, the process, anything.
Yeah, let's definitely do it. My podcast gears towards financial education for single moms. So that would be great to have you on to talk about personal development.
Yeah, I can talk about my mama experience as well.
Yeah, let's do it.
So, yeah, from my But a couple pointers for you, Sam, is that first off, do you have a schedule for your that you can post?
I just post when I have time.
So get what is called get attention with the details as far as the posting. Like, if you can post however many times a week, make it a schedule and stick to that schedule, because what you're doing, you're creating daily discipline and a routine for yourself. Like, I need to post. I haven't posted yet. So create a routine for yourself. Start small. You're already posting. So it's like you already know what you're doing. But just be more organized with the posting, and then you should be all right.
Be more intentional. I got you.
Exactly.
Got it.
Like, prime example, what I'm doing, I'm more intentional with everything I'm doing, just so I can build my platform.
Very, I see it. Yeah. You're doing a good job.
I'm trying to, because
you're not trying. You're doing. It's really good.
I thank you. I really appreciate it. I saw it was the video I did when I first started dressing up.
Mm-hmm.
I saw the numbers I'm like, oh, there's a demand here. So let me keep doing it. So I kept doing it. But now as I'm realizing I'm going to reach out to sponsorships for the men, what is it called? Men dress up. Men, I can't even think of the name.
Is Suits and Top? No, what is it? Is it an organization or?
No, just different businesses as far as like business organizations for men's apparel. Oh. So that way I can get a sponsor from them. But with the intentionality that I'm doing, I'm bringing awareness. I have a product. The product's right here. The proof is right here. The numbers right here. So when I reach out to them, I have a couple of videos to say, this is why y'all should sponsor me. So the same way with your strategy, you gotta just be intentional. How many people are you reaching out to, or how many people do you want to connect with?
That's the thing. I think I need to work down more on my niche. Like I need to understand my client a little better. So that's what I'm working on right now.
Okay. How are you going about doing that?
Honestly, Terrell, like it's with my schedule and everything. I do need to, like you said, I do need to sit down and spend more time on it. Like that's going to be key. If I sit down and spend more time on it, then it will all make sense. So that's my first step that I'm going to be working on. Is allocating like maybe an hour, not an hour a day. We're going to start small, half an hour a day to brainstorming and doing the strategy. And then we move it up to an hour. Because I ain't gonna be too optimistic.
Now, now, don't get me wrong. It's very tedious. However, it's doable. But just like you said, just start small, because when you start small, you're able to handle what you can control.
Yeah.
Time is with us rather than against us.
I like that.
So you're doing phenomenal. You're doing phenomenal.
Thank you.
Just become organized, and then once you become organized, now you're able to like really deviate how you want to structure your day.
Yeah, that's the goal. That's the goal, is to spend more time. You know, when I lost my cousin, I kind of lost my will and my passion, and I'm working through it to get it back. Because remember, I used to do a lot on Instagram.
Yeah,
right?
every day.
Every day. People like, yo, you killing it. You posting so much. And now it's still hard. It's hard, but I'm still pushing through it. But I do think that if I get a pen and paper and just brainstorm, and you inspired me. So I went and got, how do I turn this around? Oh, I went and got my whiteboard.
Oh, yes, go.
It's not as big as yours, but I got it up there. So
the big one that I had, I don't have that one anymore.
Oh, you don't? What happened to it?
I gave it to my brother and his wife.
Nice.
However, I got 3. Okay, I got a little small one, a little one in the middle, in my calendar.
Good. I'm gonna fill it up once I go get some more dry erase. My other dry erase dried out, but I'm gonna fill it up. Start writing out affirmations, scheduling goals that I'm working on. So
that is powerful. So you said that you had lost your cousin. I know you told me this like a while back.
Yeah.
For the audience that don't know, how are you finding your will and your drive to keep pushing?
Well, I had to do therapy. Shout out to therapy. Therapy is something that I feel like is very important for everyone to engage in. But my therapist, what she had me do was she had me pick something that can help take my mind off of dealing with everything. Because I just got sad and I would just cry and not want to do anything. So I turned to trading, to options trading, because I had started that before, and she got me back into it. So it's just finding another outlet for yourself, to not so much take your mind off of what you're going through, but just to give you something else to look forward to keep you moving and active. So that's how I'm getting through it.
That, you know, it takes time to learn that, but as you put the time and effort in, you're actually identifying who you are and who you're becoming.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you're a new version now.
Yeah.
It's because of the trauma of everything that you've been through. You're a new version now. Now you're able to put your message out to the world and say, here's how I did it. This is how.
Yeah.
With organization, the whiteboard that you have is phenomenal, because now you can write down your ideas.
Yes.
For some reason,
and mostly important, I can see it every morning.
every
I
morning.
think that's so important because we write down stuff all the time,
Mm-hmm.
but once we write it down, we forget about it. But when we have it in our face every single morning, you have to face it. It's those visuals that make a big difference in your life.
I agree. On my board right here, I have what is called a script. What is it called? It's a script for when I get on stages or when I speak to people to reach out to them to get on stages. So I got up here how I'm introducing myself. I have the rapport building, the recognize,
Terrell with the Y.
Terrell with the Y. Terrell with the Y. You know, it's marketing.
It sticks. It sticks.
It does. I was at the event yesterday, and I had introduced myself as Terrell with the Y. And she was like, She was like, I'm Nicole with the K. I said, now it's thick.
now I gotta find something catchy.
that it sticks. It sticks. You gotta find what triggers the brain so people can remember you. Yeah. Strategic planning. Planning. But you got it. You got it. You know. What other questions do you have, Sam?
Let's see. You know what I struggle with? I struggle with going live. I think we spoke about that before in our group. Yeah, that's always a biggie to me.
Is it going live because you're going live by yourself, or is it going live that you?
Yeah, it's going. You know what? I just feel like I'm talking to myself.
You are. Newsflash, you are. Okay.
Yeah.
When people come on live, they're engaging with you. However, it take a long time to type. So you can be typing, I mean, you can be talking, they can be typing, but as they're typing, you're saying something on your next point. If you can remember your next point, go read that comment to them, and then keep going.
Keep going.
But if it's hard for you to go live by yourself, just set a timer. Just set a timer. Have a topic that you want to talk about. If people join, people join. If people don't join, people don't join. There's a saying, you have to perform to one person like you would do to 100. I think I just made that up though. I
like it.
It sounded good.
You gotta put it on the paper and put Terrell with the Y at the end of that.
Do you hear me? It sounded good. It sounded good.
I like that.
But it's the same amount of
that's
energy.
what I am gonna work on that. I am gonna start to go live more often. Mm-hmm. I know like that's a big thing. Like the reels is cute and everything, but the going live gets people to really know your personality.
How often are you looking to post per week?
I try to post at least one reel a day. So, I mean, 5 to 7 times a week.
Okay.
I do want to go live once a week.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I first started my business, I was like, oh, I'm going to do a Friday afternoon finance talk. And then I got in my head and got shy of being on live. So here's a strategy to implement as you're shopping, coming on live. Mm-hmm. Get your phone and time it for 60 seconds. Okay. Just like you do with all your videos with your reels. Mm-hmm. Same concept, but you're talking this time and there's no music behind it. Gotcha.
So just start small. 60 seconds is a long time. However, if you're not comfortable with that, I'm sorry. 60 seconds is a short time. Mm-hmm. If you're not comfortable with 60 seconds, 60 seconds will seem quick.
Gotcha.
Wait, I just confused myself. Wait. 60 seconds is a long time, but if you're not used to it, it will be short.
It's a long time. Yeah.
Yes. Okay, there you go.
It is a long time.
I'm like, hold on, that don't make sense. Yeah.
Let me say something. You don't believe me? Hold a plank for 60 seconds. And see how long it is.
Hold a plank?
Hold a plank for 60 seconds.
I got a better one for you. Squat on the wall with two cans, two food cans.
For 60 seconds.
Yeah, you're gonna be like, oh, this is crazy. Why did I do this?
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's just really understanding 60 seconds is the time that you have, but you're timing yourself so you can master 60 seconds that go 1 minute 30, 2 minutes, 2 minutes 30. So that way you're working yourself up instead of trying to do 10 minutes You haven't done 10 minutes yet.
You absolutely, let me say something. You're absolutely right. You have to build up. Sometimes we see the big picture and we think we're supposed to just jump into that when we forget that there's steps.
Yeah.
Levels to this.
I think I was talking to my brother Kyrell. Sometimes our long-term goals are short-term goals. So, which means that we're stressing ourselves about trying to figure out what's the long-term play, but the long-term play isn't here yet. The steps that it takes to build that, it takes time.
It does, yeah.
So we gotta understand that the short-term goal will help us accumulate the long-term goal.
Maybe.
It's hard.
Yep.
It is hard, but it's doable.
Well, thank you, Terrell.
Yeah. Hopefully I brought value. Hopefully
you brought a lot of value. You always bring.
Thank you, Sam. Have fun at the market.
Market Monday. I will.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am. And I'll see you Thursday, woman.
Yes, Thursday, 9:00. Right? We have a session.
Sure. Let's say that. It's so many times. I don't know.
I'm gonna text Karen.
That is a great idea.
Let's just text Karen.
She got everything. She got all the information.
It's true. All right.
All righty, Sam.
How do I get out? You let me out, or what I do? This is my first time.
No, I think you hit the X to and leave.
All right. Perfect. Later.
All right, woman. Have a good one.
You too.
Bill, I just sent you an invite. I know, find yourself. Need to step in my comfort zone. Bill, let's go live right now since you're on live, so that way you can have somebody to talk to. There you go. I don't know if it went yet. Is it there? I think it is.
Hello. I wasn't trying to go live.
How you doing?
Well, I was just joining because I saw someone that I know, Sam. So me and Sam are in the same mentor program, and I was like, "Oh, Sam is live." So that's why I joined. Because I saw that she was live, and I actually don't follow you, so I'm sorry, but I saw that Sam was in the live.
Okay, no worries at all. I saw your comment saying that you're actually your problem is not going live.
Yeah, like I don't do lives yet. I mostly do reels, so that's mostly what I do, and then I do still content. But I have not done a live. And me and Sam and some other people had talked about doing that, but it's just not something that I've done. Yeah,
you live right now,
and I was like, why is he sending me a live?
So
why is he sending me a live request? But no. So yeah, so I was listening to some of what Sam said, and so I think even for myself, kind of getting back into it. So because I had a significant loss recently, and so it was kind of like, stopped posting. And so now I'm trying to get back into the swing of things, and it definitely kind of pushed my motivation as well, because as Sam mentioned, she had a death, and so I experienced a death, and so it's like now that's definitely a drive, because I do life insurance as well. I'm not a financial coach. That's not something I want to step into. So more so for me, it is the life insurance aspect. So I need to find time and figure out when I want to go live. So that is one of my goals, is to start going live either on Facebook or IG. I just haven't figured out which platform yet.
Both. So first off, I want to say sorry for your loss. I know that is hard to, to accept. That is hard. And it's also difficult to find your motivation again. But it is. It definitely is, because I went through a divorce, but through my divorce, my coping mechanism was me posting. I learned people deal with things, but they deal with dealing with their at their own time
Nice.
and own time frame. I've learned that we're not the only ones dealing with things, but if we're able to build the courage up to say this is what's wrong with us,
Right.
it
This
will
is
help
true.
somebody.
And I've thought
It
about
will
like
help somebody.
making a
So
video, maybe not so much going live, but making a video because for most people that are close to me and know what happened to me. So tomorrow will be 8 weeks to the day that my boyfriend, he was killed in a car accident here in Atlanta by a drunk driver. And so outside of me doing life insurance, he was only 35. So that pushes even more my goal and my agenda for people to understand that life is just so unexpected and anything can happen. And so, you know, death has no age on it. And so really getting people to understand the importance of getting life insurance and having your affairs in order is, like I said, like Sam said, it's my motivation now to push me even the more. So I think that's when I finally do go live or make a video, that's going to be one of the first things that I talk about, because that was such a significant loss. It was unexpected. You know, you leave home, you think someone's coming back and they don't. So that's part of my push. So mine wasn't, you know, something like yours. And so, but definitely something that motivates me now.
Of course. You know, there's a saying that, first off, sorry for your losses as well for your boyfriend. What I learned, what I experienced is that when one adversity happens, another happens. When another happens, another happens. Now it just keep compounding. But see, the thing that happens with adversity, we're able to handle it at a different level. The first time it happens, we don't understand it. The second time it happens, like, oh, like I dealt with it before. I guess I'm kind of comfortable with it. Then the more adversity you experience, you're actually building up the compound of belief within yourself. You're building your faith again, because now it's like I can't function out of nothing else because bad things are constantly happening. As I was married, I was going through a divorce.
Oh wow!
I totaled my car out. When I totaled my car out, it was my fault. It was my fault. However, everybody was okay. My car was totaled, but the car in front of me, she just drove off.
Wow.
There wasn't nothing wrong with her car. The car behind me, his was totaled as well. So I was going through divorce. I totaled my car out, and I was getting out the military. So I had to figure out and transition from the military lifestyle
very
that
structured,
I was comfortable with, in order to really transition. Very structured, very dependent on. So I'm like, oh, so it's constantly happening. It's not gonna stop. But as everything I was dealing with, I kept pushing. I learned that faith is the most vital thing that we can ever have. Because it's no longer fear. It's no longer fear, because you got two options: faith or fear. It takes the same amount of belief to believe in faith
to have fear,
just like it takes the same amount of belief to believe in fear.
That's
so
true.
Why not just believe in faith? See, now,
you can call me Vel.
Your name is Vel, right?
But yeah, I go by Vel V. Mika. It doesn't matter. You can call me Vel. That's fine.
Okay, Vel, perfect. So you're actually more stronger today than you was when you first encountered the trauma. Because now you're so comfortable with yourself. You're comfortable with yourself, and you're comfortable with life happens. When life happens, what do? You learn how to adapt to it and respond in a way that will be controversial to yourself. You're strong.
Strong, as they say.
You're
you
positive.
Never realize how strong
and
you
are.
Have
a message.
You have no choice but to be strong. So that is so true. And depend on your faith to get you through, because it's definitely hard. You know, I know I've even messaged with Sam, you know, like, this is just another day, one day at a time. And so that's really kind of where I'm at with it now. Because the interesting thing for me is the last reel that I posted happened to be the Sunday night that he left home and ended up being killed. And then I finally posted again yesterday. But prior to that, I was like, no, I don't really have the motivation, but I know that somebody needs to understand how quickly your life can change. And so that's why I was like, I have to start back. I have to start back with what I'm passionate about. I'm kind of like Sam, so I have to refine that passion. It's something I'm definitely passionate about, but now it's just putting in the work and finding the time and doing the work.
I agree. And Vil, I've learned that things happen for a reason, but the reason is
Mhm.
it's unknown. We don't need to know the reason of why everything's happening because we
Oh
gonna be
yeah.
depressed trying to figure it out. When I was going through my divorce, I was wondering why is it happening like this? Why is it ending the way that it ended? Because in a relationship we can start good, but it always end bad. So I was trying to figure out why, like what led to that point. But me trying to figure out why really made me
Oh wow.
depressed. I was able to connect my emotions and really identify that these emotions are real and they will weigh you down. Now I'm so energy aware of energy. I can feel my energy going down. I'm like, no, I don't want to do this. I can
We have
live.
to protect our
We
energy.
have a
That is
choice.
so
We
real.
have a
Like you
choice.
have people, some people don't believe in protecting your energy. And I tell people all the time, family, friend, or foe, you have to protect your energy because if it doesn't serve you to be around or it changes your energy or you automatically feel like a shift, no, I don't want to be around. I'm going. I can go elsewhere.
I agree. I
But you know, a lot of people
I
don't a
agree
lot of
because
people don't process that, and it really is because you can be in an environment and it automatically just change your attitude. It's time to go.
I agree. Kevin Kevin Gates. I was watching I watch a lot of podcasts, a lot of interviews. Kevin Gates was like he'll walk in a restaurant, he'll smell it, and then he'll leave because the energy off.
Mhm.
When I first heard that, I'm like, this man is tripping. It is not that serious. It is not that serious. Then I start to feel it. I'm like,
Wow.
oh, this man Kevin Gates was putting
I
us on
didn't know.
game.
I have not heard him
I'm
say
like,
that.
oh,
Interesting.
that
Interesting.
it it's
Right.
I can't remember the exact podcast, but he said it. He said it. I'm like, that really makes sense. Wow. And it really just like you said, take it one day at a time, right? So once you get the energy and the motivation to start back posting, take it slow. Take it slow. How you used to post a couple months ago, just take that same understanding, but take it slow. You don't have to just dive back in. Nah, take your time because what's happening is that you're building your confidence back up again in order to keep going live and to
Right.
actually keep putting your messages out. Because what's going to happen if you try to do it all at once, you're going to be
This is
overwhelmed.
true.
You're going to be
Yeah, this
stressed.
is
You're going
true.
to
This
quit.
is true.
You're going
And
to
Instagram, the way their algorithm works, will make you want to quit. Because I was laughing when Sam said she used to post. Sam used to have like 3-4 posts a day, and I used to be like, Sam was busy.
I know. I
But you
saw.
know, the algorithm of Instagram will make you feel like you have to just keep pushing content, and so that's why I said baby steps. I'm slowly getting back into it. And like I said, the people that need the message, they will get the message. And
Mhm.
like I said, my goal is to start going live and talking to people and understanding the importance of life insurance. And so that is something I'm intentional about doing is starting to go live and being mindful of what I'm setting forth to do and, you know, planning a little bit more about how I can do that. Maybe even going live with Sam. Maybe we can tag team Sam. So we don't, you know, so we don't both
Yes,
feel
do
like, what are
that.
we doing? So yeah. So, but thank you. Thank
Of
you.
course. Vail, my pleasure, my pleasure. See, what I came to learn is that social media, we don't understand the power of social media. We don't have to be in the same state to converse. I'm in
No,
Arkansas,
actually,
you
I'm
are in
actually in
Atlanta.
Charlotte, but I am
And
based
we're
in Atlanta. I'm visiting family right now for the holiday. So I am in Charlotte, North Carolina. That's where I'm from, Charlotte, North Carolina. But yes, normally Atlanta.
even better. You
What part
far.
of Arkansas?
You're far, okay?
No, I said what part of
How
Arkansas?
is it?
Little Rock. Okay, I've been to Little
Oh,
Rock
Little
for
Rock.
work. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I just got back, so I'm trying to like feel it for what it is
Oh
now. Cause I've
wow.
been gone for the last 4 years.
Okay.
I missed it, but I'm just putting myself back out there to
Okay.
meet the people that I need to meet. So yeah, it's the and really the power of social media help us connect with
That's
people
true.
that we ain't never met before. A lot of times we as people, as individuals, get so stuck on data, on analytics, on numbers. Like I just posted a reel and I got X amount of views. Like, oh, it was bad. I just posted a reel. I got like over 1,000 views. Oh, this one was good. I just posted a reel. I got over 20 likes. I just posted a reel. I got over 50 likes. It doesn't matter. Just keep posting. See, what's happening is that we get instant gratification
Mm-hmm.
when we see the numbers go up, but we get
Right.
oppressed when it's down. Don't even look
Because
at the
people
numbers.
are watching.
So
People are
a
watching.
couple of
That's
weeks
the
ago,
one thing that I have noticed. Regardless of what we think, they're looking, even if they don't acknowledge that they're looking or they may not hit the button. People are watching.
here go a stat. 93% of people that watch your content don't even follow you. When you get a chance, go look at your analytics and see how many of your followers watch your content. Very minuscule, very little. What does that mean? It doesn't matter.
Right.
It does not matter. It does not matter, because what's happening is that we thinking the people that's following us is watching our content. No, absolutely not. Everybody that's consuming content is somebody new. So it's like, oh, that makes sense. A lot of times people won't follow you. A lot of times they won't like it,
Oh,
but
yeah.
they will watch it. How do I know this? How do I know this? I'm seeing the numbers. I'm seeing the data. I'm seeing the analytics. But that doesn't matter to me because I'm constantly
Really?
posting.
Okay.
I post every day, consecutively. If I miss a day, I'm posting the next day. But I'm
Okay.
I'm very comfortable with it now. At first, when I went back in 2020, it
Okay.
was hard for me to do this. It was hard for me to get up to make a post and say, I'm gonna get the camera and start recording. What am I going to talk about? Talking to a camera is so uncomfortable.
It is. It is.
It is so uncomfortable. So when I started, I'm like, okay, I need to look at the lens, but the lens look kind of weird. Like, I'm sitting here talking to myself, looking at the lens, but it just really, we overthink things more than what it is. All it is just a camera. The camera not gonna judge you. You gonna record it. You gonna rewind it. You're like, I said this wrong. I said that wrong. I looked away. Da 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 da. You're looking at all your discrepancies. That doesn't matter, because as soon as you identify your discrepancies, that's when everybody else start looking at them. I'm like, it doesn't matter. It does not matter, because what's happening is that we're putting ourselves in a box and we can't get out this box because we don't know how to. Like, prime example, January of 2022, this year, I had an implant surgery. Well, I was getting an implant surgery, so I didn't have no tooth in my mouth. I was missing a tooth, and so as I'm missing the tooth, I'm like, I'm gonna start making content for 6 months until I get it. That is a long time. I think a week later, I had the surgery in January. A week later, I started back posting with the tooth out my mouth. Start doing podcasts, and I started like building my confidence up. I start just doing it because it does not matter. It does not matter. What we make things that don't matter.
That's true. Yeah. Because it's kind of like something that our mentor tells us all the time. Even when you are speaking and in engagements, most people don't know that you've messed up or said something until you point it out. Because you're the expert. They don't know. So yeah, that's so true. No one knows until you actually mention it yourself. So yeah.
Exactly. And that's like prime example. So I'm a public speaker as well. My first speaking engagement was so hard for me to quote somebody else's quote. You know how you can read a quote and be like, oh, I like that one. Then you recite it. I can't even recite the quote because I can't even remember. I can't even put the words together and make it sound good. So I'm like, that is wild. But what I learned is that I can't speak from everybody's mouth. I have to speak from mine.
Right.
Whatever come out, just gonna come out. If I mess up, I mess up. If it don't make sense, I'm like, hold on. It don't make sense, but it doesn't matter. Somebody will say something, but you know, if they want to bash, you get up here.
Most people are not willing to do that. And that was one of the first things I realized when I was doing still posts, is that then all of a sudden reels and stuff, and I was like, I'm not getting on this camera, because then I already work from home. So I work from home, so therefore I don't have to look any kind of way working from home behind a computer. And to do reels and videos, you have to get dressed. You have to put yourself together. And I was like, every day to make a reel. But one thing that Sam does is like she said she would just like make multiple. And I was like, I need to get in the habit of doing that, saving them so that I can post later, just because if I don't want to have to do that, but just being intentional about how you do it. But you're right, just getting up and being present on camera is a lot every day. So I know that I can't do it every day. So I'll have to prep for my days, but every day it's hard. It's really hard. And I work a full-time job. So making sure that I'm mindful of my hour or hour and a half that I feel like I need to put into my business every day. That's kind of what my goal is, whether it's educational, following up with clients. I'm trying to be intentional about that hour and a half to my business every day. Yeah.
And every minute counts.
Except for the weekends.
I agree. Every second counts.
Unless I have clients that I need to do, then no, I don't work on weekends. You know, if I'm out and about, I'll distribute material content or, you know, information, but my goal is not to work on the weekends unless I'm writing a client. I probably could do events and stuff. Once again, baby steps. Baby steps. So I haven't started events yet, so I'll get there.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah.
Don't worry about the events right now.
Right now, doing lives and different things to get the message out. And like I said, eventually I'll share my story in a way that works for me to help people, because I know it will help people, because I've connected with 2 individuals who have experienced what I experienced this year as well, with losing someone suddenly like that. Not due to health reasons, but just unexpected loss. So yeah.
And it's definitely disheartening. Definitely is, simply because like you don't know what to expect. You do not know what to expect. I've learned, as you're dealing with something, the people that you come encounter with is dealing with the same thing. As I was going through my divorce, for some reason, every time I spoke with somebody, they had that heart broke, or that was going through a divorce, or whatever the case is. I'm like, bro,
you start to feel like
what is going on?
And then you realize it's kind of one of those things you have to accept about life. You're not the only person that has experienced this. Someone else has, or someone else will, and either you'll be able to help someone, or someone else will be able to extend a branch and help you along the way. So that's what I've learned by the individuals that have reached out to support me as well. So, and that's been helpful.
Because, and that is helpful, because now we understand, okay, it's not just us. Why did we think it was just us dealing with things when there's multiple people? That's what happens when we think that we can figure everything out by ourselves. Absolutely not. I cannot. I'm gonna be honest with you. I do not want to, because that is overwhelming. I don't know where to start. And it's so much that goes into that. My mentors, Mike Imbruglia and Steve Anderson, they taught me a lot. They taught me a lot about business, about how to have a conversation, how to understand sales, how to really just follow up and have a business. I'm like, oh, okay. So I started in 2020, August of 2020, in real estate. When I started, I was just taking imperfect action. I'm looking at social media. I'm looking at everybody close deal. I'm like, why can I not close a deal? It took me a long 2 years to realize I wasn't consistent enough. I call like a day, take a break, call again, maybe like 2 hours. Take a break, two days. So I was inconsistent. Then when I met them, we was working every day, doing the same thing. That's what it is. That's what business is. You have to do the same thing over and over again. Be organized with everything that you're doing, because if you're not, it's just gonna be a disruption. I've learned able to make a video wherever I'm at, and deliver a message. I was at the dollar store the other day, the day before Thanksgiving. I was with my mama. I told her, hold on, I'm gonna go make a video right quick. You heard that? Yeah, I told her, I was like, hold this very bit. I was like, I'm gonna make a video. So I went, I was still in the story, but I made a video. But it took me time to build that courage and that faith of whatever happens. I can just post it and get off. I don't think, okay, what I do rewatch It's the videos when I be wearing the suits. I be watching it a lot. I be watching them a lot. I be looking good. I be looking But as far as like me speaking,
there, just do the video.
I just post it. I don't edit.
I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get there. Yeah.
Slowly but surely. Baby steps. Baby steps. Start recording yourself, let's say 60 seconds. Can you talk for 60 seconds straight? And then once you do that, go from 60 to 2 minutes. The reason why I didn't say 30 seconds is because 30 seconds really, it won't make you think. That 60 seconds is gonna span your mind like, hold on, did I say enough? Did I say too less? Did it make sense? If you can get your message out in 60 seconds and transfer it 60 seconds to 10 minutes, you're phenomenal. You're amazing.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
But it takes time.
Thank you for forcing me to come to join the live. I blame Sam, but I appreciate it, Sam. I was just chiming in. Now I'm on. But thank you. I appreciate it. Definitely took some nuggets from this. Thank you. I appreciate
no worries, Bill. I know you about to go. But you and Sam, y'all can go live together. Like now we're collaborating. Whenever somebody comes on, I'm like, join. Sometimes, but a lot of times I'll be having messages. I say the message and I get off. But just until y'all get comfortable on live, y'all do it together. Once you do it together and realize, oh, it's not that bad. Now, don't get me wrong, having a conversation with someone make the live a lot better. However, a lot of times the time doesn't correlate with everybody. So, just work with Sam once a week. The goal for this year. Here goes some homework. I think Sam's still on here. Here goes some homework for y'all. Once a week, starting today is Sunday. Next Sunday, you and Sam go live together and talk about whatever topic y'all want to talk about, however long, and just bring value to each other. And then the audience y'all will attract the audience.
Okay. Sounds like a plan. We'll figure something out. Thank you. Take care.
Of course, Bill. Make sure you follow me though. If y'all are watching the live, hit this arrow right here. Follow Bill.
Thank you. Take care.
All righty, Bill.
You too. Bye-bye.
Have a good one. You know how to exit out? Hit the exit, then hit leave. Hopefully y'all getting value from this. Hopefully I'm bringing value and making sense just a tad bit. I'm gonna wait for some more people to see if they want to come, see if they want to join. I know a couple people wanted to join. I think they got off. Yeah, I think they got off. But yeah, let me see. Sam, thank you for joining. Hopefully I made some sort of sense. If I didn't, I'll be gladly enough to re-explain it. So yeah. I'm gonna be doing this every week. So as y'all going live, I'm gonna be going live with y'all. So y'all not alone. We just gotta keep doing this together, keep growing together, and keep learning together. Because once we learn and grow together, we're able to create so much value amongst ourselves. Oh, here go one. I'm gonna add you. Before I get off, do you have any questions about social media? Untold Quentin. If you have any questions, please come on, man. I would love to answer and bring value the best way I can. Let me see. I don't think he's on join. You did. Let's go, Sam. I'm glad. I'm gonna see you another invite. Are you busy? Okay, well, they don't want to join. It's cool. Everybody, for those of y'all that joined the live, I really thank y'all for even trusting me with the knowledge, trusting me with the words, and let's implement it. Let's implement it rather than just learning about it. Let's implement what we already talked about. Because I'll be doing the same thing that y'all doing. So that way, y'all not feeling alone. Let's join. Let me see. Is it?
Oh, hey,
Did they do it? Okay. Yeah.
What's the deal, family?
Yes, sir. What it do, my boy? Man, you know me. I can't call
Bro,
it,
that
man. I
call,
can't
man.
call it.
I was really taking mental notes of those gems that the lady was sharing, bro. Saying some real stuff, bro. And it's kind of crazy because, like, man, you started this earlier, right? Okay.
At 5, like
Okay, for you,
49 minutes ago.
Yeah, where I'm at, I'm in Arizona time. But yeah, bro, that was
Mm-hmm.
she was dropping nothing but gems. But it was crazy because what you was talking about earlier with just recording, and there's just so much game that's in one thing, and it's like,
You talking about,
yeah,
you talking about I called earlier?
yeah. I was
Yeah.
listening then, like, bro, man, people's stories, man. Everybody got a story, bro, that people need to hear, man. It's different.
Was
My
that your
biggest
biggest
takeaway
takeaway?
was when she shared about her boyfriend, bro. Like, cause that's real. Like, I don't know if I told you, but what happened with my brother, you know, like in February, like when he got stabbed, like nobody knew that, you know, that was gonna happen, you know? And it's crazy how, like, her sharing, having that vulnerability to share that, bro, like, it's like, it made me off the back, like, man, people gotta know that. Like, people gotta know the story so people know how to prepare. You know what I mean? Like, the story is really for other people, you know what I mean? To help them, to guide them through what they're going through. Because you never really know what nobody else is going through, you feel me? So, and the fact that people, like, you're able to have the right mindset to be able to help and explain the situation and help other people, that's what is really deep.
Yeah. You know, that mindset that is created is really created from
That's a fact.
pain and acceptance, right? So if you're neglecting when it happened, you know, you're trying to figure out why, like I explained earlier, that why would never be brought to light because now you're going to be stressed out. This answer is not meant to be answered. Sometimes things are not meant to be found out. They're better unrelieved. I'm sorry, unveiled. That's not the word. Revealed. Than anything, simply because once you reveal it, you have to accept it. But once you accept it, you have to start growing. But once you start growing, you have to learn that it didn't happen to you.
And that's the biggest part, because and you can see, like, just off of, you know, how she's talking about it, how she was able to explain it. It's like it took that time away. You feel me? And you know, and it's like, I know when I was going through what I was going through, it's kind of like you might be all you could think about is that current situation. I know also you was talking about your energy levels. Like, when you feel the energy getting down, you like, nah, I ain't gonna let that happen. You feel me? So it's stuff like that where you gotta literally, like, use positivity in everything. Like, you gotta literally switch it to behind, like, yo, maybe this happened for me to start putting time into this. Maybe this happened to me, so that way this was exactly what I needed to lose to be able to understand the appreciation behind that certain thing or that person. And it really just shows, like, it's so many blessings in disguise in the midst of adversities. And that's why I always tell people, in the midst of adversity, you got to keep an open mind. You got to constantly look for that solution that God's going to place into your life, because he's not going to put, especially if you're a strong person, he's not going to put you through nothing that you can't handle. And he's only putting you through it to be able to have the testimony, because you can't have a testimony without the test. So that way you have the testimony to be able to help somebody else and guide them, like, hey, I've been there, this is how I felt, and this is what I found. You know, simply use, I like to use feel, felt, found. And those 3 steps literally help people, guide them through their current situation. And that's kind of like she low-key helped me influence me, like, man, share the story.
Yep. To even dive in a little bit deeper, right? The answer that we're seeking is right in front of us. But it's so minuscule to us that we don't understand that we have to put the work in to reveal it. See, here's what makes it difficult is that we have so much trauma that we done suppress amongst ourselves. And when it's time to accept it and really accept everything that you've been through, it's hard. You don't want to look yourself in the mirror and say, I've done this, I've done that, I've been through this. right? You don't want to take responsibility
Fact.
and/or accountability because it's scary. It's scary. What comes behind taking accountability? Growth. What comes behind responsibility? Growth. There's no other way to grow if you're not willing to put the blame to the side, look in the mirror and say, what did I do? For my marriage, I know what I did wrong. I know what I did wrong. I wasn't loving myself like that. I didn't love myself as much as I needed to. And the foundation with us wasn't built. I didn't know what it was. I didn't know what the foundation was.
Bro.
I didn't even know what a relationship was.
I said, no, that's deep. Like you're hitting it like right on the nail. Like keep going.
And,
I'm listening. I just had to let you know.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. And see, the lack of understanding, lack of experience, lack of life forces us to do everything. Bro, one day I let my anger, my emotions really take control of me. I've never felt like that before. I worked out, bro. When I worked out, and I tell you, my blood was pumping.
Bro, I said, what do you get when you have a new experience that you never felt before?
You grow. See, here's what happened. When we act off our emotions, the other person has control over us. But when we control our emotions, we got all the control. Because people are not used to people having control of their emotions. Because now we got to think. Now we got to dwell. Now we got to understand. It's difficult. It's new. But if you can do it once and understand how you did
repetition.
You can do it twice. Exactly. How do you build the confidence up if you don't trust the process? Shout out to E. Shout out to E. Trust the process.
But yeah, bro, it's so crazy because man, I was about to say I just lost my train of thought. But like that's fact. It's like what you just saying, like with your relationship, it's like I understand, like it makes me understand, like boom, you as you go through these relationships and let's say if it fails. Like as a man, like I had to go back in certain relationships, like you said, like you wasn't loving yourself. Like I gotta have to accept that too. Like I wasn't loving myself. And as a man, if you ain't got your foundation set, if you don't got purpose, if you don't got the basic, the car, your basic necessities, how are you supposed to bring a woman into your life to be able to multiply your life? Because as a woman, they're the multipliers. So it's like you as a man don't got the foundation, the results, the energy you're gonna get trying to bring that woman in. When you look back, like you said, you have to go through that to understand, man, my fault. And it's like there's other things that, I've been through, like there was a relationship I was in with my ex where I was like, man, why is this argument coming on? Why is this situation not going on? But then once I started looking inward to, okay, what do I have to work on? What do I not have to why this may not be running as smoothly? What do I need to work on within myself to make sure that I can be there not only for this person, but also for myself and the both of us? So it's like, it's things like I wouldn't have known that while in the situation, but coming out of the situation, that's what allows you to be able to think and not be able to react with emotion. And it's like emotional intelligence is I feel like it's one of the hardest things to master, like as a human being, because we're so used to being able to just react. But also as a human being, we can't control what other people do or what somebody says, but the only thing you can control is how you react. So that emotional intelligence comes into where when things happen, you start to become a person where it's not like you're nonchalant, but people understand that you're wiser and you start to get smarter. So you start to really try to understand. You listen to understand, not listen to respond.
That's vital. See, what we're doing as human beings, right? We're window shopping through our emotions because we don't want to accept the bad, but we want to accept the good. But now we're window shopping and trying to deplete what's good and what's not good.
I feel like, bro,
absolutely
even what we doing right now in this live, this right here, that's hard. Man,
it's new.
People probably watching, probably think, but it's really like you were saying something before, getting up on the camera, right, and wanting to speak to the camera, bro. That is hard. That is hard,
bro. Listen, it is so hard. It is so hard. Some people be like, man, just do it, bro. Listen, you gotta put your toe in the water first. You gotta feel how cold it is.
I'm guilty because I know you've been pressing me, telling me, yo, bro, just do the first one, just one. And I tell you, I'm gonna wait for this. I'm gonna wait for this. Bro, I love what you were saying about, man, the tooth. You still doing the videos with the tooth, not caring big, bro. That's so
Yeah.
real because that's gonna be something for you to be able to look back on. Like, man, there's so much you overcome, and those people are gonna be able to look back on. Okay, this is where he started, and this is where he's at now. And bro, it's just so deep to how life works, man. Timing is everything. That's one thing I'm a big believer in.
Timing is everything. See, here's the thing. The reason why I'm so honed down on social media, because I understand what it brings, bro. I understand what it brings. The reason why I keep telling you to, man, go ahead and post, go ahead and post, go ahead and post, is that I understand it. But just because I understand it doesn't mean you have to be forced to understand it. So that's why I backed off. That's why I backed off. Whenever your time is, that's when your time will come. And whenever you're comfortable delivering your message, that's what's gonna happen. I've learned you gotta test that water. You gotta actually take your sock off and touch the water. I don't know about y'all, but if the water kind of cold, I'm gonna be
and that was me. That was me. I ain't gonna shy away from it.
You see what I'm saying? But see, here's the thing. It's not going nowhere. The water, if I want to start swimming, learn how to swim, the water is there. I have two options.
Man,
walk away.
It's like I'm living by my own quote. You could lead a horse to the water, you can't make them drink it.
You can't make them. You can push them, but they'll probably drown.
Yeah, this was definitely. I'm glad I hopped on this live, bro. Like it inspired me and definitely let me know that I'm on the right path. And there's a lot of people out here, man, that I can tell people are seeking to hear something, seeking for some type of resemblance, or some people that they can feel comfort around. So I feel like creating that environment for people, and what you've already been doing, man, that's dope, bro. Because like they were saying something earlier, people are always watching, and what I always try to do when I have somebody influence me to do something, I always say, hey, bro, you influenced me to do this, or this is how you made me feel to do this. And it's like, I feel like there's a lot of people that's watching you, but they're not saying, hey, bro, this is what I started doing this because of you. You know what I mean? And that's the stuff, that's going to pay off in the long run, bro. But I want you to know that, man, these things you're doing, bro, is helping a lot of people, bro. It's helping them make life-changing decisions. It's helping them, like look inward, and not at others or at the world. It's looking at, they're understanding that it's myself that's the issue. And once you realize it's self, then you can then fix that.
I agree. And first off, appreciate you for that, man. I really appreciate that. Kyrell, the journey you've been on, you feel me? Like, bro, you've overcame a lot and you still pushing. You've overcame a lot and you still have motivation. You overcame a lot and you still have positivity. Do you know how hard that is in order to keep pushing when things get hard? And every time you get up, you get knocked down. Every time you get knocked down, you get knocked down again. You can't get up. You can't catch a break. That analogy, the reason why I worded it like that, because sometimes you have to stay down in order to learn how to get back up with yourself. But as you're getting up with yourself, you're not just picking up and coming together by yourself. Here's what's happening. The right people are coming to help you say, hey, man, it's okay. Hey, man, listen, I don't know what you've been through, but I'm here for you. Hey, man, listen, you're not alone. Hey, man, we got this. Hey, man, it is okay. See, being in this society, we think we're supposed to get over things as soon as it's supposed to happen. When I was younger, I used to ride a bike. I used to fall a lot. But as I was falling, I scraped my knee. Once I scraped my knee, I go home, put some peroxide on it or alcohol on it. Now I gotta wait for this leg for this sore to heal. It's not gonna happen overnight. But what happens? It starts to be rebuilt around itself. The cells start doing what it does. I'm not good with scientific terms. However, it builds and replenishes the skin. So when we get knocked down, what are we replenishing? Our confidence, our faith, our patience.
Now I'm telling you, like you literally kind of just described like how I move in life right now. You just described the secret. You know what I mean? But it's crazy because like, bro, sometimes I don't even be sitting back thinking about everything that I've been through, because I feel like there's a bigger mission that God is calling me for, and I know every time I go to something, I'm thinking, man, somebody's situation is worse. I think about people who's in third world countries where, man, okay, I have a hard situation, but there's people literally, they don't even know what they're about to eat for the next 6 days. So every time I think about how hard my situation is, I think about there's harder somewhere else. And like what I always say, you know, like I'm going through all these tests to be able to be a testimony for somebody else one day. And like like emotionally, man, like I deal with all the emotions, but to me, I feel I turn negatives into positives all the time. I always be like, okay, maybe this is happening for me because I gotta work on my emotional intelligence. I gotta work on how I respond. I gotta work on how I care about people. Because one thing that I always remember is I always remember how people always remember how you make them feel. So I always remember each and every person, the feeling that they gave me, and I'm just okay. I'm not gonna make nobody else feel that way. I'm gonna just do the opposite of what somebody did for me, and make the other person. So it's like it's teaching me, like any encounterment that I have, each person that I meet, like I'm being genuine. Yeah, I be myself. You know what I mean? Because that is what's gonna set you apart and make you different than most people. Because there's nothing I'm portraying. It's me. Like, and that's what people will pick up on is authenticity. And that's only being going to be shown through, you know, the test that you go through and how you talk about it. And that's what's really going to help a lot of people, bro. But I appreciate you seeing that, because when people tell me, I'll look at you just kind of stuck for a second. I'm like, damn, I didn't even be realizing, bro, how much, you know, people might look. I look at my situation as little, but other people look at it like, man, that's deep, you know. But it's just a mentality that I feel like I'm developing, and it's only, you know, like through like the people like you that I met. Like I've always had to depend on like strangers, and I had a mentor, you know, who told me one of the most powerful quotes was, you know, they say a stranger will change your life before the closest people to you. You know, because if everybody around you, like family, your friends, and the people that you hang around would have changed your life, then it would have already happened. So that off the back, when I think about that, bro, I got to get out here to the world. I got to go to these events. I got to meet this new person. I got to talk to this guy. I got to do this because I know it's not mom. I know it's not dad. I know it's not the friends, because if it was them, they would have gave me the opportunity. So that means you to go out there. And that's what I've always just been striving on and been living on ever since I was young. You know, I never have, all my family either looked at me like, oh, you talk too much, or oh, you do this too much. But everything that's too much, you do it to a stranger, it helps that person. So it kind of, you literally have to unlearn a lot of things, bro. Like you start to, like, I had to understand I had traumas. Like my own family was putting my dreams down. Like, but I went to somebody else. They're like, oh man, congratulations. Like, and it makes you feel like at first you're confusing. It's confusing. But then you got to unlearn this to learn this, because you know, it's taking you up. You know what I mean? So it's just a balance to where you're learning every day in life. You know what I mean? And that's what makes every single day an opportunity to get 1% better. Like, and it's amazing. Now, it makes me understand no matter what I go through tomorrow, you have another day. And it's not even promised. So that's what's deep to me, man, that I think about daily.
I don't want to overpass this comment. Vel said, keep pushing, Kyle. You seem to have a great head on your shoulders. And I read that comment because, man, sometimes you got to get your flowers from everything that you've been through. I'm learning to accept everything that I've been through. A lot of times people don't see what you're going through, what you're dealing with, bro. Becoming successful, creating a different paradigm for yourself is hard. Creating a different life for yourself is difficult. Creating something new that ain't never been created before is overwhelming. But people don't see what goes on behind the scenes. Bro, I'll be tired. I'm exhausted. You feel me? I'm exhausted. I'm not gonna be sit here and lie to you. I'm exhausted. But here's the thing about being exhausted. This is the life I've been asking for. So I can't shy away from it. So now I gotta get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Well, I'm already comfortable being uncomfortable. But that's the thing. A lot of times we're so content and complacent in today. The new things that's here is it's in a disguise because we don't know how to accept it. Every time we accomplish something, I'm learning this myself. When you accomplish something, celebrate. Go do something that you would consider fun, or take a break from the computer. Take a break from recording. Just take a break and just go relax. Go sleep. Just go be yourself. Or don't be, you know. But it's hard to identify that. It's hard to say, man, I've done so much, and other people see what I've been doing behind the scenes. Vel just met you today. And she already see your potential.
I appreciate that. Vel? I appreciate you noticing that and saying
Vel
that.
Mecca.
It's crazy because this is my first time, bro, This is probably my first live, bro, in 2 years. It's like my first live in like 2 years, bro. Like, and yeah, bro, it does feel good, and I haven't been thinking about all the accomplishments. So that is one of the 5 F's that I am forgetting. You know, it's the 5 F's is faith, family, fitness, finance, and fun. You know, and fun is one of the main one I've been missing, bro. So you really just sparked that one.
Yeah. People, see, here's the thing. Fun, we don't understand the terminology of fun. Man, listen, I've learned. This is just my experience, my opinion. Close the laptop, turn off the camera, go for a walk, go do something you're not used to doing, go to a bowling alley, go eat some chicken by yourself, go take yourself on a date. You know, you got to do things that will make you happy instead of making everybody else happy. Because if we're not happy, we can't bring the value that we need to bring in order to keep it selling. And here go another hack too, really. So if for Bill, Sam, and y'all and you, really, when I post this video, hopefully all the sentences don't block our face. But once I post it, take a clip from it and post it on your social media.
Say less. Now I'm gonna go ahead and do that.
Because I'm gonna post it regardless of the fact. I'm gonna post it on here, YouTube, and then I'm gonna take clips from it and deviate it like that. So the same thing I just told y'all is the same thing I'm going to do, because I understand this is a lot of value. 7 days are essential, and you learn yourself. Learning yourself, Val, is so hard. It is so difficult, but it's needed.
That's a fact.
It's needed. I think really connection. You good? Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I'm
Okay, yeah. You know, learning yourself, we learn what's been overlooked for the longest. Like, who are we willing to put up with? Does the energy match? Did they see something that's gonna push us away? And here go another fact. You do not need to explain you leaving. Or you do not need to explain you not talking to somebody no more.
They're gonna feel that presence the moment you gone. That's the thing. If you have true value, you don't even gotta say nothing. You not saying nothing. Silence, bro, is deadly. It's the most deadliest thing that you have as a person. Like, that's powerful.
Daily self-improvement is key.
Back to learning yourself. Like, I don't even know what to say about that subject. I just feel like learning yourself really does come from just being straight honest. Like, being honest with analyzing situations and understanding, like, you got to ask yourself, what did I do? What can I do better? What in this situation? And it's like, I feel like you really, just being honest with yourself and really dissecting what you've been through and what caused the situation to happen. I know, like, for me, like, the way I learn myself is I understand, like, how things make me feel. Like, as soon as I get a feeling, or as soon as I get like a certain energy, or like when I first meet somebody, and it's like, I feel like we sparked off a conversation and I don't even know their name yet. Those are things like that where it's like, I try to understand with past relationships that I've had, and it helps you understand, like what I was saying about, like, my parents. Like, say if I would go to them with my dreams, my goals, they're gonna hit you with the, oh, like, I don't know about this, or I think you should just do this. But once you go and tell a stranger, it's like, oh, they clap for you. So it's being able for you to learn, like, okay, like, where am I most comfortable? What works best for me? What works best for myself? Because you can't first help other people if you haven't first helped yourself.
That's key. Grant Cardone say this a lot. He was like, man, your own family don't even love you.
Wow. Hey, it be like that. And you know, it's crazy because a lot of people won't even say it like that or how he said it. And it's like they won't pretty much understand. They will understand what that means in reality terms.
Yeah. That it's scary. It's scary. If for everybody that's watching, if y'all want to hop on a live and ask some questions about social media, please feel free to request. Once you request, I will add you and have the conversation.
More than 2 people on here now. Y'all see who else is in here?
I forgot that.
I know.
I forgot that. I think we're K on here. I think that's how you say her name.
But if is does it say Asha still?
Really, what was that valuable information, man?
Bro, that's the post Vale's speech, bro. People need to hear that story.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna post the whole video, and then y'all can just go in there and then take clips from it, and then
Man,
divvy it up
I'm
like
gonna
that.
definitely repost this, but I ain't posted nothing in a while, so this will be something great and it's valuable. So I'm gonna definitely.
Yeah.
But yeah,
And then now this is where the trickling phase starts to happen. So now you post the 1, now 1 gonna go to 2, 2 gonna go to 3, 3 gonna go to 4, 4 gonna go to
Yep.
8. It doubles,
that's a
but
fact.
it doubles over time. It doesn't double simultaneously.
Everything's
No,
done for time,
no,
man. That's the most
it does not.
valuable asset we have here on Earth is our time and our minds. Time and mind. It's crazy
I
how they
agree.
both rhyme. Oh, they call me a rapper, boy. Who's on here? No, I said
You said they
time
do what?
and mind, they rhyme. I said, call me a rapper.
Mm-hmm.
Hey. But bro, I got this. I got this.
I so
Airbnb
missed that
class
one.
coming up. I'm about to watch this Airbnb. It's like the you know those two 20-year-olds, bro. The 20-year-olds that made over 500 racks on Airbnb in less than 6 months. I got the Zoom call with them. I signed up to listen to that personal call, and I'm about to take in massive value. So when I get back to Dago, I got that plan rolling.
That's good. That's good. The thing about real estate, if you have the time to call homeowners, you can close a lot of deals. If you don't have time to close or speak to homeowners, you won't close a lot of deals. They're not gonna tell you that. So what because I was in real estate, but I'm putting real estate on pause. How much time can you dedicate to finding deals?
I feel like, bro,
That's the question. That's the question.
I'm willing to put in about 30 minutes to an hour and a half a day into learning a new skill. You know, so anything that I do, I try to make time for it before I start. Or I just start it and I force myself to make time. But this right here, I really want to start Airbnb so that way I can have another asset. And then also if I could, and especially doing it in California, making, you know, home prices or rental properties cheaper for the average for other people, so that way they can either travel to San Diego and have, you know, less expensive stays. Then that's pretty much what I'm doing. For anything that I invest into is always to also help another person and then help myself. I'm always thinking about others first and then myself when it comes to starting a business.
Yeah, my heartbreak led me down a different path. I think of myself first,
facts,
then everybody.
Facts. But yeah, I think it starts. I don't even know what time it is. What time is it?
Down here 6:17.
Okay, yeah, it started about 15 minutes ago. I'm about
Down
to
here
hop in
6:17.
there. Tap me on, bro, and I'm gonna tap in.
All right, that's it.
Always.
Take it for coming. All right, family. Hopefully y'all getting value from this. Hopefully it's great. Hopefully it's helpful. If y'all have any social media questions y'all want to learn more about organization, about your what you have going for yourself, please join. Let's chop it up. I'm gonna be on for a couple more minutes, and I'm gonna head out. Vil, was that helpful? You got sleepy. Unable to join. What does that mean? Does that mean like the connection off or something? Mm-hmm. Yes, helpful a lot today. Thanks for having me on. Bill, thanks for coming on. Thanks for coming on. I don't know if you heard me or not, but with this video, once I post it, on screen record it, clip it down to where you're speaking, and then post it on your social media. You can post 30 to 60 seconds. I'm sorry, 30 to a minute, preferably 60 seconds. But if you can do a minute 30, that'd be good. But 60 seconds is right on the money. So take the clip on this from when you was talking, and then post it for you on your page. I'm about to go ahead and hop off everybody else on here then. Vale, thank you for coming. Everybody else, thank you for coming. Hope it was valuable to me. Hopefully it was valuable to y'all. I'll see y'all next week, next Sunday. I'll be doing this every Sunday at 5 o'clock Central Standard Time. That is 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, I think. That's 3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. I think it's 4.